view on here.
You had the participants. There you go. There you go.
No, sir.
No?
We got Tony, Dr. Schaefer,
And
and Mr. Earhart.
Okay. Well, Tony, we had a little offline discussion here. The purpose of the presentation tonight was to go over the presentation for the public. And since we have no public online or in the room here, I guess I'll ask you, do you have any questions for us? And then I'll open it up in here of whether anybody else has any questions for you. So, Tony, do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so. As you know, we met with a group of representatives last Tuesday, and I have completed the what I believe to be appropriate changes to the plans to accommodate the needs of that group, including the food service area at the front lobby. I would ask that you look closely. If you haven't received those through Jared at this point, I asked that they were sent before the end of the day today, so I'll check again to see that if they haven't been sent, they're sent this evening or before tomorrow morning. I'm happy,
Tony, so they weren't sent yet.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Jared.
I did not receive anything. It wouldn't be coming from you?
No, it'd be coming from Ms. Maida, again, the technical staff person that I have do that work. I'll check with her. But at any rate, I believe that the floor plans have been renovated. We are in the process of updating the elevations to show the smaller glass sizes. We are on schedule, as you know, for to discuss the Act 34 hearing. I'm going to be meeting this week with Jared and Jamie. And I don't believe the changes that we've made this week are going to slow us down on bid date. So at this point, unless you see something in the plans that you'll have by tomorrow morning, it'd be good to have any comments back this week so that we can certainly try to move forward for the April 10th date. That would be great.
Okay, sounds good. And is there anything to report on the Act 34 hearing?
I think we just.
Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, I think I put that on there just to make sure. Like Tony mentioned, Jamie Doyle himself and I will be meeting on Wednesday. I would say Tony did a great job putting the booklet together that will be open to the public. The plan is on Monday, April 10th here, is to have a motion similar to what we did back in November, basically approving having the hearing and setting a 20-day window as to when we can hold it after the board passes the resolution. So we are looking tentatively for a May 1st Act 34 hearing date, which I think is really important for the public to attend, which we will do everything we can to get the word out that we are holding the Act 34 hearing, because that really is the time where we are explaining the need of the project. We are going into details for the public about the building itself, talking about the price of the building.
Where are we going to hold that meeting?
Historically, when we have had them in the past, we did them either at the junior high auditorium or the senior high auditorium.
The one for the mega school was right over here.
No, it was at the senior high, I thought.
It was right over here.
The Act 34 hearing was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm positive I didn't go to any meetings anywhere else, and I know I was at that meeting.
For that, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we typically don't hold them in the boardroom. We would hold them somewhere
Okay.
else. That is
Yeah,
a
that's what I was
little bit
asking, just so we had enough room in case.
Enough room for people.
Yeah.
What date is that? What are you
May
planning?
1st, I think we were trying to kind of keep it consistently with a Monday evening because it seems like most board members.
At one time.
I believe
it's 6:30.
yes,
Okay. Anything else on Act 34?
and we'll be getting that information out. It'll be part of the
Okay.
resolution that gets approved on Monday. So
All right. Do you have any questions, Tony, or anything on this temporary easement agreement, defining scope, or is that from us?
Actually, as I discussed with you guys a couple of meetings ago, based on the position of the building and the lack of a fence between the building and the property line, I don't believe that there's any need for us to do anything other than to have a as I discussed, a temporary easement with the neighbor, just in case there's some construction damage in the area that we need to go in there and fix. But that we will not need to go off the property to make any stream bank improvements or waterway improvements or during the construction process itself.
Yeah, but it sounds like it is a good idea to have it just in case we need to clean some things up or do some slope, grading or whatever.
I agree with that. I think, it's tough to ask for permission after there's been an incident.
Right.
And I kind of put it on there, Mr. Kirk, just wanting to make sure. I know, when we were going to be a little bit more closer to the property line, the stream bank
Right.
was definitely a concern.
Yeah.
We had a temporary easement agreement put together back in the fall by Mr. Repack. It needs revised if we're not, because it listed,
Yeah, let's revise it and then, we'll have to get that in place.
So I guess my answer, Terry, is that there's really nothing more that you need from us at this point. That I'm aware. I mean, we could provide you a site plan that shows, we're not on the property and don't need to be.
Right, but we'll have to attach a plan showing the dimensions and the location of the TCE.
I'm sorry, I don't know what
Temporary construction easement.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just while we're on that real quick, I know that Vince is planning to meet with the borough in the next week or so. I may very well attend that meeting because I just like to hear firsthand what's going on. That's all.
Right. Okay. And then the last thing here is the update on the Geesty turn system. And I don't know, Cheney, do we have anything?
We are in the purchasing process of those, what
What
they
they
call
call it?
Goose Cop.
Yeah.
Goose Cop is the name.
Yeah.
It sounds like a very small, husband-wife company.
Yeah.
And when I asked him for a W-9, he said, "What's that?"
It's his social security number.
And so he said, "Well, I will talk to my accountant." So that's in the process, and it'll be purchased this week.
Okay. So anything else on Eisenhower, Tony?
I don't believe so. I feel like we're in pretty good position right now, unless there's some concern about the miscellaneous changes that have been made. I don't think they're major, but you can have a look and let me know what you think.
Okay, we'll open up in here. Anybody have any questions? Tom, you're chomping.
No, Tony, when will we see the revised music band area?
Yeah, I was hoping that was sent to you by 5 p.m. today. It doesn't look like that happened. I will double check with my technical staff and see where that is. I know that she shared the entire new set of floor plans with our consulting engineers, including the food service, so they're ready to go. I just think she forgot to send them to you.
We're hoping that they'll be in Jared's box tomorrow morning. Email.
Okay, yep.
Anything else?
No, that'll do it.
Sue, Linda, Justin, Rob, Mike, Jared, Aaron, Cheney, how about Ron,
I'm good.
Jim?
So if you don't mind, Terry, I just wanted to update you real quick on the mechanical system. My discussion with our consulting engineers there. We are currently looking at one rooftop prepackaged unit that will serve 2 classrooms each, that will virtually eliminate ductwork in the corridor system other than where it traverses, across the hallway once every 2 classrooms, so about 30 feet on center. We're working through that right now, and I think it'll be a superior design solution than what you saw last time.
Is so the duct comes right out of the bottom of the unit and then goes down into the building and then branches to the 2 classrooms?
That is the plan. Yes, we don't want duct on top of the building, and right now we're looking at spanning across the corridor with what is commonly referred to as dunnage, but we would call it a structural curb, so that we don't have to make any roof modifications other than directly beneath the unit where we might have to cut a joist out.
What's dunnage?
Sorry.
It's just a common term for steel structure that supports the mechanical equipment from the corridor walls, so it's not sitting on the joists.
Okay.
Tony, I urge you to check the corridor ceiling heights, especially in the addition to the south. I'm not sure you can put a classroom-sized duct across the hallway.
Well, we're looking, so the discussion was, do we put one unit on each side of the corridor and serve it directly into the classroom, above the bulkhead area along the corridor wall? Or do we do it just the way I described it? And he's looking at that duct size now. I haven't gotten a final consensus on its size just yet.
Do we want to choose a minimum height in the hallway?
Well, the code gives a minimum height of 7'6".
Okay.
Well, I think we're going to be above that, but and my thought might be, Tom, that we have faux bulkheads where the duct is, so that the ceiling can be higher except where the ductwork occurs, something like that.
Okay, I just raised a flag, Tony, because those corridors are lower than the buildings on either side.
Okay, I'll have a good hard look at it.
Yeah, I just don't want your guys to get too far down the path and find out we got 6-foot high ceilings. Although it is an elementary school.
Yeah, but Rob's 6. What are you, Rob?
6'5".
6'5". So our acting superintendent is 6'5".
I'd
So.
appreciate it, please.
Anything else, Tony?
Well, my final thought is Iowa got robbed, but that's okay.
There were some good games. That's
Yep.
for sure. There always is.
I would have watched one, but I was here working.
Yeah.
I would never watch it.
All right.
All right, everybody have a nice evening.
You too.
Bye,
Thanks.
Tony.
All right, moving on to the junior high pool discussion. Mr. Woodring.
I'm sorry, before we do that, can we agree to publish the floor plans and the site plan and put them on the website? So people can see them. Can we do that?
Once we get these ones.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I don't want to put something on that's changing, but I just want to make sure that everyone's comfortable with at least putting the A floor plans on, and the blow ups and the site plan, so people can see what we're doing, and the elevations and the perspectives.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with that. I mean,
No, it can be posted along with, before you got here, Mr. Harley, we were talking about the Act 34 hearing, and that booklet will be ready. We have a meeting on Wednesday with Jamie and Tony and myself. And then on Monday night, the board will be approving just the Act 34 resolution to hold the hearing. So then that booklet has to be publicized. So we can, put something, if it's not already part of the booklet, we can include that as part of the information that goes out for the hearing itself.
Yeah, I'd like to get the information out as quickly as we can to the public.
just scrub it or look at it from a security standpoint.
Yeah. There's a
What
lot of
happens if
information
there are
that,
changes to it?
Well, you can put a disclaimer, I
Like
guess.
the lobby concession area that we haven't seen, or the lobby, whatever he called it. We haven't seen that at all, and I don't expect that, I wouldn't be 100% certain that it's gonna go the way he's gonna give it to us. So do we wanna put that out and then change it?
I think you put a disclaimer saying
yeah,
these are.
we'll see what the drawings are tomorrow. Whenever.
Jared, what are they coming as a JPEG, PDF? Do you know what they're coming? I can make it a quick PowerPoint so we can, we can clean it up. Kind of like if you're okay with the way we did the last time with the feasibility study.
Right.
We could do like that.
Yeah, and there's a lot that is part of the Act 34 here, and it goes into detail of the building too. That booklet has a lot of information in it. So
Yeah, I just like to get it out to the public as quickly as we can.
All right, moving back to the junior high. I was under a mandate, 45 minutes.
All right.
That was like more like that.
or
Okay.
less, or however
Or
long.
less.
We currently have an issue that I've tried a couple things to try to give us a good reading as to where our issue is, but I haven't been able to come up with a way to figure that out yet. what is happening is, because of the glass that ended up in the pool, we drained it. While it was drained, we painted it because it hadn't been painted in 7 years. Needed it badly. So got it all painted, started filling it. Rob filled it so much one day, shut it off because you don't want to let it run all night, even though it wouldn't fill anyway. Back the next day, in 24 hours, we lost 3.5 inches of water on just the area that was filled, which was a tenth. Estimated somewhere close to 2,000 gallons in 24 hours. Now, when that building was renovated, and that was before I came, I guess years ago it was a single main drain, and because of a bad accident years ago, named after a young girl, you have to have a minimum of 2 main drains now. So that floor of that pool on the deep end was cut in a T shape, and then below where all the equipment is for the pool downstairs, that's where your main drain is that you open. So it's a big T, and I think it's about an 8-inch pipe, schedule 80. When that was the wall was core drilled, and there's a little space around that pipe. That's where the water was coming out. So it's one of 2 possibilities. Either the concrete somewhere is leaking, or the pipe is leaking, because the main drain is closed. I put a cap inside where the drains are. I took the drain covers back off and I capped this side, and I built a fitting for this side to attach to a garden hose and close the main drain. Figured I'll fill that pipe full of water, see if anything leaks out around there. It was blowing out the handles on the butterfly valve at the main drain. How does that not happen when there's 75,000 gallons of water in there? I don't understand. So I'm kind of stumped. I was hoping to prove the point that that pipe was leaking, and our next step would have been to bring somebody in to line it. That's the only solution. I cambered it, and I can't see any cracks. I don't know. I don't even know what to think right now.
Were you losing any water when the pool was full?
We probably were, but we don't know that for a fact, because the upper pipe, that has been leaking for a number of years. And it leaks down the wall, and it's right above the main drain. So it was coming down and running and going, it only has like 4 feet to go, and it goes into the dump pit. It probably was. I can't say for sure.
Is there a pool expert contractor that anybody knows of?
Well, when they cut the pool, they didn't put any water stops in. It's impossible to do. So if they did what you just said they did, they cut the pool, put the pipe, put an extra drain in, and so you have all kinds of opportunities along that joint where they cut the T's in. The water stop is a rubber gasket that's cast in one pore and cast in the other pore, and the gasket stops the water from flowing through. And if you don't do that in a pool, that water pressure just drives it right through. So that would be also a logical place for the water to be distributed.
Can you see the bottom of the pool?
No,
No, so you don't know if that T.
the floor downstairs
cut T is-
is basically the bottom of the pool. Well, it's a little bit below the bottom of the pool.
But it doesn't look like it's leaking at all there. So that I'm sort of
Terry,
eliminating that maybe at this point. If he's finding water
What I'd like,
leaking down.
Terry,
Yeah.
Jim Schaefer's raised his hand.
Yeah, Jim.
I know that Ross Weaver is in town. He does pool installations. I don't know if he would, be able to take a look at something this big or not.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Or Debner's.
Mr.
Well,
Kerr, can we call the Y or IUP, see who they use?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Because
Debner's
Weavers
and
and Debners are great, but
Weaver,
they don't do,
they're
I don't think
residential.
they big, yeah, they're
Yeah.
residential type.
yeah, the Y, who takes care of Mac Park now too.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
IUP.
They do most of their own work.
Cheney, do you mind? Is it okay? I mean, Mr. Kerr, is it okay? We authorize Cheney to go reach out to them?
I agree.
well, I could talk to Eric.
Because we could be chasing Martell here for a long time. And
what I would like to also offer this time is if you want to come over and take a look. I have
I think, yeah.
other concerns in
No,
the
I'd-
future.
I'd call an expert.
If
And
we're gonna,
I don't think it's so much to get an answer to have, no offense to you, sir,
Right.
to have, but there's a lot of things happening at the pool right now that I think we just
Right.
would like the buildings and grounds, even the entire committee to come and have a conversation about some big ticket items.
Well, we talked about that when we toured it with Greg.
Yeah.
He pointed
These
out
are-
a lot of stuff. The air handler, I think.
Yeah, and some of those are on our capital reserve list.
Yeah.
It's just placeholders.
I have no problem with
this
that.
is, they're near 20 years old.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Yeah, we're starting to get
Send
to,
an email out, and whoever, and you could invite the whole board, right? I mean,
Yeah.
whoever wants to come can come and, because it's probably gonna be a big ticket.
yeah, we're
Sounds
starting to
like-
get to the point where in another year or two, decisions are gonna be made.
Right.
And
The boiler's really close. The last
Yeah.
time we repaired the tubes in the boiler that we can't replace anymore, we fixed it by putting a screw in the hole.
Okay,
Can
And
you,
There's-
This is,
honestly, that's what we did.
this is the boiler for the pool?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I remember right, it wasn't totally rebuilt during the renovation.
That was brand new.
Was it?
That was a brand new boiler.
the air thing maybe wasn't.
The pool pack was also brand
It
new.
was too.
And they're very near 20 years old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Which is,
But we've had trouble,
according to a big pool company down in Pittsburgh, B&R, that is well past
Yeah.
expected life.
Yeah.
And the tribute to that goes to the guy that does the chemicals. That's one person.
Yeah.
He deserves all the credit for that.
Right.
The chlorine, assume would eat out the tubes of the boiler.
There's, yeah, you have acid too.
Right.
And that's probably more detrimental than the chlorine, actually.
this is not the first trouble we've had with this pool since you've been on the board. And every once in a while, we question whether we can keep a swimming program going at the junior high.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
serious.
let's not jump there yet. Let's get an expert
Well,
and,
yeah, we need to figure out how to fix it and then make
Yeah.
a decision. You mentioned putting a liner in. Is that something that we also could explore at the same time?
I do have one contact that I know of right now, and I'll do a little more research. There's supposedly a company in Johnstown that does it. Roto-Rooter actually does lines piping.
Is it just lining the piping?
piping or
Yes.
pool?
you're saying
He's
line
talking
the
about
pool.
line the pool.
No, the pool, I don't
We could, that's an option when we get this
know
expert.
if that is
in.
an option.
Yeah.
I would assume it would be. I don't know.
All right, so two things. We're gonna authorize Cheney to contact the Y and IUP, and then you'll set up the date and time and send out, see if it works.
Yep.
All right. Update on the bollard installation in Horace Mann.
Learned a little more about that after a whole bunch more research. I did find some specs. And it's not anything like I thought it would be or expected it to be. It's something we can do.
Oh, okay,
So-
good.
We're gonna take care of it
When will it be done?
when my staffing allows it. But we're only going down,
So you don't have to
it's
dig
only
it.
like 2 feet deep. It amazes me, but that's what they spec.
Yeah,
All right, I'm sure it's solid concrete around it.
Yes, it'll be all, I mean, you just dig it out,
Right.
you set it, you pour it.
Yeah.
Done.
All right,
cool.
update
Excellent.
on the East Pike, but keep that on a tracking list or whatever so that we.
Yep.
Update on the East Pike exterior door replacement.
I had another conversation with the same gentleman that gave us those quotes. Sent him some pictures of our newer doors here in the front entrance, and he's gonna rework that for us and get us some new pricing.
We're pretty well done now. Josie's here, aren't we?
Yeah, Ben Franklin, we're gonna set up a meeting over there with, so I can go over and meet with some people. So we'll get, you can send me out a date or something, time on that. Anybody else have anything? We'll go around.
I do not, Terry.
All right, how about Jim?
I'm good.
Anybody else in the room here? He wasn't joking.
I guess he wasn't. I guess I missed the dramatic beginning. I just have one question of this group, and it would be concerning the Act 34 meeting. That would be prior to going into various things. Any idea when that will
May
take place?
1st,
May 1st. Oh, May Day.
6:30.
May Day.
And there'll be a
Is that
detailed,
historical?
yeah, there'll be detailed documents presented and, available on the website prior to the meeting.
All right, that's very good. That'll be on the website. Will there be good advertising so that the public can come and participate well?
I could do that through our social media and on our website, like a pop-up, so as soon as you land the website, it's the first thing you see, if that's okay.
I think that would be very good.
We also have legal requirements put in the paper, but.
Oh,
yeah,
sure,
in addition to-
I
yeah,
know with Act 34,
I can do
yes.
that.
Do you want
I
to go on the
think-
radio?
I think radio
In the
would
morning-
be good
morning
also,
show.
sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that, yes, sir.
A PSA, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
That I
ma'am.
was concerned
Yeah,
about
radio
that.
would be very good. That's why I'm here tonight. I thought it was academic still. And then I was driving. I'm like, thanks, Josh. So I'm going.
So we're good.
It was academic.
Originally it
I
wasn't.
know.
Julie didn't
All
want to
right.
stay 3 hours.
I think we're done.
There we go.
Did we meet our goal?
records.
Well,
Thank you, Tom.
Sarah.
Thank you, Craig.
Right.